Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Linda and I are all packed up and ready to go. I don't believe we made it this far. Broken sewer line, gas leak in the house, all kinds of things. Leaking water heater, all kinds of things got in the way of us getting out of here. But we're heading south today. Hopefully be in Quartzsite, Arizona by day after tomorrow. Maybe sooner. Well, the house is locked up. We're ready to go. Let's hit the road.
Yep. Hit the road.
Yeah, warmer climes coming. Well, it's kind of beautiful out. Just make a little stop here, check the bearings on the trailer. Something I like to do. Just like to see if they're getting hot. Warm is okay, just put your hand on them. Boy, what a beautiful morning. When I loaded the car this morning, it was like 3 degrees, but now it's warm, dried up, it's like 6. Minus 11. Minus 12. Well, after 2 long days of driving, leaving Great Falls, we ended up here. This is our second night out. We're down here just above Overton, Nevada. It's a lot warmer. Currently it's about 65 degrees. I can settle for that. Check this place out. This is free camping on BLM land. Looks all right. Hey there, Linda Pinda.
Hey.
What you doing?
Nothing at all.
Well, this is Craggy Wash, just on the north end of Lake Havasu City. And we just pulled in. Now we're just kind of catching up on some stuff, washing some clothes, and just enjoying a warm evening. It's beer time. We have a new washing machine in the 6x10 cargo trailer. I'm gonna have to show it to you. It works. We didn't invent this, somebody else did, but it sounded like a good idea and I thought I'd try it, and it works. This is a dry bag like you use for canoeing and kayaking. Normally it's to keep water out, but what we do is throw our clothes in here, put in about 2 gallons of water, some laundry detergent, leave plenty of air in the bag so it's poofy, seal it up, put it in the plastic bin like this, put that in the back of the trailer where it's bouncy, and drive down the road. It's about 100 miles a wash. I don't know how long it takes, but let me tell you, when we got to our destination in north of Havasu City, our clothes were clean. All we had to do was take them out, wring them out, rinse them, and hang them up. All the work was done. Try it. Well, we've been running pretty hard from Montana down here to Lake Havasu. And every morning I check everything over. This is evening, so I'll get a jump on it. Just check the oil, check the fluid levels, check the serpentine belt, make sure everything's okay. It's been a hard run coming down here, 3 days of driving.
So, how's everything?
Looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Because we did a lot of miles.
Yep, we did.
Whew, it's nice to stop throbbing.
Yeah. Hey, we came through Butte, Montana, left Great Falls day before yesterday, pulled out about 7 in the morning, 6 degrees, went through Butte, Montana on the north side of Butte.
It was minus 15.
Minus 15. I saw minus 16 there briefly. Below zero. It's nice to be down here. It's currently about 75.
75?
Mm-hmm.
I better put on my fleece.
I never ever smoke, and I never smoke cigars. But when I do, it's always on a warm evening in the desert when I've been cooped up in the house in Montana in the middle of winter for a while. Well, it's a rainy day in the desert. Interesting to see rain in the desert. Not something you get to experience too much, but it's late February. We're near Havasu City. We're up Craggy Wash. A lot of folks know where that's at. Kind of tucked ourselves way back in a ways. Not too many people back in here, but it's quiet. It's pretty nice. The flowers are starting to bloom. And this rain's going to help. Looks like the road goes pretty far back in, and I can see other outfits tucked in here and there in the desert. It's beautiful out here though. Not too far from Havasu City. Now I just saw a lightning strike. I'm getting down off of this hill. This is the kind of day where you don't want to be camped down in any washes. You know those spots in the desert where you can see that the water's been flowing through, but it looks really odd because it's really dry and sandy and desert-like? Well, you don't want to be camped down in those washes, even though they may look real enticing, because a lot of times there's shade down in there and everything. Don't do it. Here's a gully running down through here, and this gully runs by my camp, so I'm going to go see if my vehicle is in any danger right now. Go check it out. See there? It would go right past the front of my car, but we're okay. Trailer's a little higher yet, but it would just be an ankle deep kind of a thing. But you got to be aware of it. You can see where it's been flowing straight out to the road. We're filming inside the clam. Remember, I sprayed the waterproofing on the ceiling. It's working really well because it is pouring out here. So Linda and I are camped up in Craggy Wash. It's just on the north side of Havasu City. Is that what they say here, Havasu City?
Havasu, yeah, Lake Havasu.
Or Lake Havasu. And we met Joe here. And Joe is also known as Pennsylvania Joe.
That's what they call me.
Yeah. So where are you from?
Well, I'm actually from Pennsylvania, but like the center part of around Pittsburgh, Altoona, Johnstown area.
Are you on the road full time or part of the year?
About 6 months, 7 months a year. I like to travel. I'm retired, and I started out about 3 or 4 years ago.
Why did you choose a van like this?
Well, I really wasn't going to buy a van. I want to get a Class C, a little bit bigger one. But I started out with this. Years ago I had travel trailers, but I didn't like towing them. So I decided with a little camper, and there was a man about 30 miles away from my house that took real good care of this van, and he went to Alaska with it 2 times. Mm-hmm. And he showed me the van, and actually it was Easter morning, and he told me the price he wanted for the van, and it was a really good price. And I said, I'll be right back with the money, and I bought the van off of him.
And you've been traveling in it ever since then?
Yeah, ever since, yes.
How's it working out for you?
Oh, real good.
Well, Joe has an interesting hobby, and I wanted him to tell you about that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, on my spare times, I smoke a cigar, and the price of cigars have really gone up in the last 5-7 years.
About $15 for a good one.
Yeah, 15 to 20, and I've seen cigars $100 a piece. This is a whole leaf tobacco that's been come from Pennsylvania. It's called Pennsylvania tobacco, but there's also different forms of tobacco. Like they grow Connecticut brand. This is a Pennsylvania brand, and this is actually a whole leaf. And what you have to do, you have to cut the center part stem out, and that actually makes two leaves. Then you have to open it up real far. It has to be dried for at least, this has been dried for about 3 months. But out in Arizona,
Don't they also ferment it or something?
well,
like
they
that?
had to hang it. After you dry it, then it has to be. It'll turn a brown color, and all the I guess they call it poisons that come out of it. But so then what you have to do, I have a special tool. It's called a civetta, and that's a razor blade knife. It's very sharp, and I use it to cut the edges. And I have a wood board that I lay it down, and then you have to roll the other piece of tobacco like a roundness, almost like a barbershop pole, and you lay it in there. Then you start rolling it on a 45-degree angle, and then you cut the length of the cigar that you want. Usually, like a typical cigar is about 40. They call it 42 ring size, and then you put it inside of a mold with a clamp that holds it together, and then you let it in there for about 45 minutes, and then you turn it again, and then it forms a cigar. Then you could take it out of the mold. You use a glue that's all natural. It's cigar glue. It's actually like a smashed banana, almost like the thickness of a banana, consistence, and it's non-toxic or anything. It won't hurt you. And then you roll the cigar like on a 45-degree angle up the stem. It takes about 4 leaves to make a really nice cigar.
Now you can see why cigars cost so much money. You actually have to work to make them.
Yeah, a little bit of work, but it's my hobby. I enjoy it. I probably made over 500 cigars while I've been out in Arizona since October, and I give everyone away. In fact, I wanted to show you one that I made, and I don't have one left. So.
Well, that's an interesting hobby. I mean, I never met anybody that did that before. So when he told me he rolled cigars, I thought it might be nice to hear about it. Hope you enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for talking to me,
I enjoyed
Joe.
talking to you, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Well, hope we meet again.
Oh, I hope we do.
Yeah,
Run
okay.
into each other down the road.
Okay.